Okay. Hope everybody doing all right. Now, what I really want to get on today is the internet versus real life. Because to me, it seems like people are living the internet life more than real life. And that is so not real and it's so not life at all. When you have people living the internet life. Because some people are getting in trouble off the internet. Some people are dying off the internet. Some people falling in love off the internet. Some people falling out of love off the internet. The internet is creating a lot of drama in real life. To the point now when you tell people you ain't even on the internet stuff, they look at you like you weird. I'll just give you a little flashback. Grew up in a time when you had no internet. Before AOL and Yahoo. You ain't had no internet. Go outside. Go outside. See life. Enjoy life. Nowadays, they're witnessing life through a screen. And let me see. How could I put this? Life is playing out like a movie. And a lot of people are really acting. You know, we have different actresses and different actors. And the sad thing, the director and the writer, they're not nowhere to be seen. But you have a whole bunch of actors and actresses out here. This internet thing done created a new world where it's fake. Plain and simple. F-A-K-E. Fake. You know? Because, for example, you have all these different AI videos popping up talking about, do you know back then this was that, this was that. Man, that's what teachers are for. That's what parents are for. Not AI teaching people. You know, like, I see people there hitting their Googles or their Sirius joint on their iPhone and asking their phones different things. And I'm gonna be completely real. Whatever you could ask your phone, you could tap into your mind and you can get. I don't know what happened in this world where people don't want to live life no more and they want everything handed to them easy. Gotta work for what you want. And this microwave society, people ain't working no more. People ain't busting a sweat. Like, everything is easy nowadays. And I don't care how people want to put it, it's not life. Because you could take it for an example. We went from cooking in the woods, cooking on stones and tree limbs, to cooking in the oven and on the stove top. Then they made a microwave, then a toaster oven, then many different things, you know, like Before you used to cook. Nowadays people just throwing things in the microwave and heating it up. Everybody want everything fast. Salute, salute. Bless up, Lady J. Thank you for being in the building. I appreciate your presence and your energy. Everybody just want everything quick. Throw it in the microwave, run in your car, or run on the bus, or walk to work. You know, like, even in coffee and tea. It used to be where you boil tea. And when I'm talking about boiling tea, I'm talking about bush tea. The bush tea that you take from the bush and you dry it out and you wash it off and you put it in the pot and you boil it. And then you drink it with sugar if you want, or honey, or whatever you want, or grave. But now you see, as they made the value, you put it in a tea bag, put 24 in a box, and you sell it to people, and people will buy it. You know, it gets back to my point of saying where they're moving life fast. You know, because I could remember from the Walkman to the CD player, and now where are we at? We're at downloading streams. And I ask myself too, where are we going to go after downloads and streams? To me, it's weird when people ain't going in the store no more and buying music. You know, but some people are getting used to this quote-unquote new lifestyle. But everybody that's out there and you're listening and you have sense over sense, this is not a lifestyle for you to get used to at all, because you watch how a system speed up life, and you watch how a system took away life from the people. And to me, when I say I don't care to speak up about it, because I seen life move away from humans slowly and slowly. I seen people fall in love with things that they probably don't even care about, but it just keep them happy for the moment. And momentarily, it's not good. The pain's still gonna be there. The trauma's still gonna be there. I wouldn't blame the negative and positive of going on in the world, but I would blame a corrupt system that put the humans in a trap where you see people, regular life ain't regular to them no more. You know, like, it ain't normal. You know, like, we still got dollar bills, you know? We still got dollar bills in the world. And I don't know when that's gonna change, but that will change as well. Where we wouldn't have dollar bills no more, and it will be a thing of the past. They will come up with something new, and we wouldn't be having money as dollar bills no more. Maybe a chip, you know, or they may upgrade the credit card or debit cards. They may upgrade these cards. But everything they do is just a process and a value, and it's taken away from real life. And I don't like it, and I don't agree with none of it at all. Because so-called world leaders are soft. They soft. When you say power to the people, it's power to the people for real. Cause it ain't about if you wanna believe that some people are just poor to be poor. Ain't none of that at all. I don't like when people live in delusion. Hustle man, bless up, hustle man. Salute to you, man, bless up. I don't like when people believe in delusion, like you tell somebody to grab an umbrella because it's raining outside and they tell you no, it's sunny. And you see the rain, but you just want to play hard-headed and delusional. And we have a lot of delusional people living in the world right now. As I always say, it's good to have a positive mind state. It's good to be positive. It's good to think positive. But realness is realness, and I don't like to act like it's not problems in the world. I don't like to act like it's not hungry people in the world. I don't like to act like the people in the world are not in trouble. I don't like to act like it's not problems. It is problems. And like, the thing is, when you act like it's not a problem and you keep on ignoring something, and when it really hits you in your face, that's when you hurt. Nah. Should have listened to the signs when you had time to listen to the signs and not let them pass you by. And that's what a lot of people are doing right now in life. They letting a lot of signs pass them by. They just letting it pass by. And they not listening. And this is where I do feel sorry for mankind or humankind. Because who don't listen will feel. And that's just straight up. Peace, open-minded, man. Peace, open-minded. Bless up, elder. Bless up, man. Bless up. Who don't listen will feel. And it's something that been hitting my mind, because I see a lot of people come up here. Bless up, open-minded. Bless up, elder. I see many people come up here. Some people hit me on IG, and I support their pages. I would support anybody that's doing something good in life, I have no problem in supporting what's good. I have no problem in supporting life itself. I have no problem in just supporting and being real in life. It don't take much energy to do that. But in this world that we live in nowadays, if you have to support somebody, it has to be benefits behind for others, and one thing that I see is that people don't do stuff out of straight love no more. They don't do it just to do it. There's some people in the world that still do things because it's good to do. But nowadays you see a lot of people where they're doing things for people just to get something back. And that's rotten. It's rotten. Because if you're going to do something for somebody, do it from your heart. Just do it because you really want to see them do good. And when it comes to people that have pages on YouTube, I want to see everybody YouTube page shine. Why would I not want to see your page shine? Why would I not want to see your subscribers go up or your likes or people to go to your page. Like, no, you come on this YouTube joint for a reason. So if you came here for a reason, you're giving people something to learn, like with all the other people that's coming up just for games and fun. I could say I don't get it, but that would be ignorant of me just to use that to say I don't get it. I do understand why some people come on the internet and do certain ignorant things. We'll get to that later on. But everybody is on the same boat that's on YouTube, like, yeah, some people may have more subscribers, but you came on here to complete a mission. You came on here to do something, you didn't just come on here to like joke around or play around, and like me, I wouldn't get that, because I don't get if you can come on the internet and just joke around and play around with time, like time is valuable, like, and when I say time is valuable, you have to think about your time, and you have to think about the time that people are watching you. You have to think about their time as well. Like, life is valuable. Some people don't understand that itself. But the life that we're living, we have the 24 hours, the minutes and the seconds. That's all valuable. It's not just something that's just there. It's not just a ticking clock. It's valuable. So like, that's why everybody that's in the chat, I appreciate your time. I appreciate your energy. I'm not going to come up here and waste your time. I'm not going to do that. That's senseless. That don't make no sense. That is illiterate, to actually be an adult and come up on the internet and waste people time. People have things to do in life for real. People have a real life to live. And I want to get to this point of people talking about each other on this internet. I really want to get to this, because there's a lot of people that I respected that got YouTube pages, and we're going to be real about this. If you want to be in the circus, go ahead and be in the circus. But do not drag people along and buy them a ticket and thinking they will come along with you to the circus. Like, because I see people doing stuff that just going back and forth at each other, back and forth. Even from the celebrities, going back and forth. And to me, as I said, some people say they don't get it, but when you draw it down, plain, simple, and raw, if you a man and a woman, or let me put it in better, like, understanding. If you two men and you have problems with each other on the internet, right? This is my opinion. Because going back and forth with two men, going back and forth, and like nothing really happens physically, or you don't have an understanding with each other, it's just a bunch of wasted time, and it's actually girly. Now, if you two can't come up to an understanding where y'all gonna meet and have an understanding with each other, or y'all gonna meet and just square it off, and that's from male to female. If you can't do that, it make no sense you just get on the internet and throw mud at each other. Because the only thing you're accomplishing is a lot of just nasty, dirty energy. And I understand that people don't care about negative energy or positive energy, but I'm going to say like this. If you don't care about it, it's okay and it's cool. but it will affect you one day. Okay? You don't gotta believe in it or know it. But what you give, it will give back to you. Like, humans have to understand, man, like, you can't just do in this universe and think it's no kickback. It's kickback to what you do. You can't just do and be thinking everything gonna be okay or everything gonna go your way. Nah. It's consequences to everything we do. Whether you do a good or bad deed, you'll see the effect. But nowadays, people don't live with consequences. People don't live. Let me correct myself. Some people don't live with wanting to correct themselves. As I just did, some people don't live in wanting to do that. You may make mistakes in life. You ain't gonna never be perfect. But it's always room to resolve different things. You always have a chance to change. You always have a chance to do better. Some people do deserve second chances. And let them shine. Sometimes you can't just beat somebody down if they did what you don't consider right in this world. You gotta let some people redeem themselves. Because if it was you, you'll want the same thing. People need to start doing that more. Stop overstanding how your life is and try to understand how somebody else's life is. Understand what they go through. Not only what you go through. Oh. And next one, this is a good one. Now, and I'm at fault for this too, because I'll be real. Excuse me, I have to drink some water. Now, I'm at fault for this too. As a teenager, I bought name brand clothes. Yeah. Still do nowadays, I don't go crazy over it, but I know myself, of buying what I buy. But everybody now on the internet want to say that China is blowing up the spot with the clothing. People, let's be honest. Don't matter whether it's Dolce & Gabbana, Christian Dior, Balenciaga, all of these things come from different places that's sold in America. It's sold in America. But it wasn't made in America. And I hope China and other people around the world blow the lid on the clothing industry, because, to be honest, yeah, all the expensive clothes, like for $100 belt, the belt costs like $2 to make. But we're in a capitalistic world where you have to trick the people that they would want it, and they're gonna want it, and they're gonna buy it. So I hope the people really wake up to that point. Even though the weird thing is, Balenciaga and all of their sales may go up now that China blew the spot up. Because people are still going to buy these clothes, these high-end value clothes. They don't care if it really costs $1 to make and they got to pay $1,000. And that's what you call not using your mind. When the people don't care no more, something that costs $1 to make, why would you pay $1,000 for it? Don't even buy it. You know? Don't even buy it. Just like the cars too. Almost every product in the world, or if you want to draw it down to America, a lot of the expensive things are from abroad. And they are very cheap to make. But they come to America and sold at a high price. People better open a book and learn what others are doing to others. For real. This is where the people war with the people. Humans war with each other. Because as I'm going to always say, money is on the menu. Attention is on the menu. Hatred is on the menu. And those are what people are eating right now. Attention, hatred, and money. But the world needs to come back to peace and love and reality, realness, nature. You know? Foundation. Shoot. But let them keep it up, man, because no matter how much technology they bring, nature will still outlast your technology. And it will still reign over your technology. So keep it up. The phones, computers, all of them. They can't outlast real life. And they wouldn't. Because as things keep on coming in and certain things decay, life would always be here to stay. You know, no matter how hard they try, life is here to stay. Excuse me. Humans just gotta open their minds, heart, and souls. You know? See through the matrix, see through the design, see through the program, see through the hate, see through all the negative energy that's in the world. You know? Because it's real sick. You got soldiers on top of soldiers on top of soldiers that passed away all around this globe, that went to wars for many different people, for generals, lieutenants, presidents, kings. And humans killed humans. That ain't life. It ain't life when a man or woman could send soldiers to war to go kill others. It ain't life either when that happens in the hood. You know, it's sickening. curse. It's bad energy. And when you ask yourself why certain things in the world ain't correct, people better understand how much blood is being spilled on this earth every day. You don't think the universe is feeling that? You don't think the earth is feeling that? The earth feel it. Many humans don't feel it, but the earth does. The blood spilling on the concrete and through the soil. The rain wash it away. But the pain is still there. Throughout those family that lost somebody that they love. And that pain lasts forever. And a lot of people. And I always thought about it that way of the world is hurt. And a lot of pain. From a lot of death. Nah. And that's why we need to change it. We need to change the energy in the world. For the people that look at that as soft, it ain't soft at all. Ain't nothing soft about you wanting to see good in the world. It ain't nothing soft about you wanting to see life and not death. It ain't nothing soft about that. Don't ever let nobody tell you that you corny for wanting to live. Because if we want to be real, if you want to die for something, die for your family, or die for something that really matters. You know, don't die just because. Don't be another number, another casket or tombstone. Don't just be another. Because many people that lived are what you call just another. And for many people, they use that on the news, the newspapers, magazines, movies. And it ain't right. It ain't right at all. And I'm gonna say this too, because I hope they make up one day. I'm gonna just put it out there, because I've been saying this for a long time, you know. They're both grown now. Your elders in hip-hop. People look up to you. No matter what you may say about Ja, or don't matter what you may say about 50 Cent. They both left an impact on music and entertainment. And I just hope one of these days they just iron it out. Cause it ain't about the people that call theyself fans on 50's side. It ain't about the people that call theyself fans on Ja Rule's side. Yes, blood has been shed between this drama and beef, or whatever you want to call it, between 50 and Ja, but the realness is, if they both sit down as men and bury the hatchet, that'd be good. That'd be good, man. That'd be good. Ain't nothing good about seeing Ja Rule and 50 still beefing after over 15 years. Now or so, you know? They've been going at it. Want them two brothers to bury the hatchet, man. Like, I don't know if somebody or many people could probably try to get them to have a meeting or have a phone call one day and have a conversation. That'll be the first step in these two, like, settling their differences. Because I believe them two just need to sit down and talk to each other. Forget about the people around y'all. And that's the thing with most drama and beef. Sometimes you just need to let those two people speak and everybody else mind their business. Everybody else stay out of it. Because the only thing is, when other people get involved, it only gets worse. It only gets worse when others get involved. So I hope one day in life, it could be today, it could be tomorrow, it could be next week, that Ja Rule and 50 Cent sit down and just say, it's time for us to talk like grown men. You know? Okay, well, I could hit a little bit on the NFL draft. Deion Sanders, you know, he trying his best to lead his sons in the NFL. You know, and the drama with Shador, I don't get some of these NFL people behind the scenes, how like all of a sudden all these different type of things pop up. You know, like the closer and closer we get to the draft, the more his draft stock drop. You know, first he was number 1 in the draft, then he went to number 3. Now they're talking about he is number 9 and stuff. He may go to the Saints. He may go to the Steelers. I don't know. To be honest, this is going to be one of the most funniest NFL drafts I ever watch in my life. I'm going to be honest. It's going to be funny. I want to see who the Giants get. And then everybody else, I'll just watch it as an NFL watcher. But there's a lot of good players in the draft, you know. Travis Hunter, I don't know where he's going to go. Cam Ward, I don't know where he's going to really go. Everybody keeps saying Tennessee Titans. You know, R.I.P. Steve McNair. You know, but you never know with these things going up and down, and certain teams may want to trade. I'm just going to be surprised just like everybody else. I don't really got no inside scoop about who's going to go where, who's going to go there. I'm just watching and seeing what's going to happen. You know, but me, Shador, and Cam Ward, those my 2 quarterbacks, you know. Those are my 2 good quarterbacks in the draft. And at a time when they were supposed to go number 1 and number 2 in the draft, but in this entertainment industry, because sports is entertainment too, if most people don't know. You never know how things are going to go in this entertainment industry. They could love you today, they'll hate you tomorrow, and they'll love you again on Friday. You know, so Let's just hope these young men go into the NFL safe and positive, and don't fall into the tricks and the schemes. For real. Because that's the thing, too. You can't let this industry suck you in. And you done see how a lot of people are being sucked in by this industry joint where they're not gonna learn, where people keep thinking that money is success. And I could keep on laughing at that from here till now, cause money ain't no success at all. It's just something that you need in this physical life right now to do certain things. I don't think there's any success at all. Because you done watch people have money, went bankrupt. You don't watch people have money and they're not even happy. Money don't make you happy. Money don't even make you. It could break you. It could break you. But it surely can't make you. Your mother and father made you. What you make of yourself is what you make of yourself. But the money and the materialistic things that you see upon the life that you grow up in your journey, that can't make you. For the world needs to get out of that mind state where they thinking money and materialistic things is top class shelf in this world. Because you got 10 houses, you got 20 cars, you got 5 chains. When would the pity humans learn? When would the humans learn that that's no success at all? And I know some people feel it when they look at themselves in the mirror, when they quote unquote floss on people. And then when you look at yourself in the mirror, like, how do you feel? You can't feel good. And then if you believe in any superior being, you can't feel good of flossing on somebody because of something that's materialistic. Tell you, man, some people done rotten their souls in this world. Rotten their souls. And then they try to clean it. Need a lot of bleach and ammonia. A lot to clean your soul. I don't know. But some people really be thinking that you could live in a life and your physical body ain't got nothing behind it. That this physical body is just moving by itself. Can't really blame people. Sometimes you gotta blame the program that people live in, because this world was taught wrong. Humans was taught wrong. And it's a shadow over humans to keep on being taught wrong. But That's why you gotta shine the light. You gotta shine the light on all these wicked vampires. You know, all these dirty devils. You know, you gotta shine the light on them. You know, because I don't care what people believe in, but good always runs over evil. You know? Like, good always runs over evil. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. Much love to you. You know, good always runs over evil. Evil could just play with the basketball for a while. But you gotta remember, it ain't your court. You know? It ain't your court. Yeah, Ja run things, not Babylon. No matter how much tricks they try, Ja still always strong. And Ja children will prevail. Babylon is weak. Okay? They always been weak. They have what you call false power. Okay, false power. And false power can never beat real power. False power can never beat natural power. And that's what they made of. False power. They're not made with no strength. They're made with corruption, confusion. You know, that's how they decide to make the world. Hold on, Elder, hold on. Now I see your Dag, why did I see all of these stuff late now, man? Big up to everybody in the building, man. Big up to everybody. We gotta stop with the mental walking dead. Yes, we do. Shout out to you, open-minded. Laugh now, cry later. Yep, that's true. The matrix hole is real and the rabbit hole is deep. Yes, it's very deep. Big up to you, open-minded. Shout out to everybody out there. Tanja, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Much love to you. You know, much love to everybody in the building. Thank you. I appreciate your time and your energy. You know. But let me get back to what I was saying. The world needs to be taught over, as I will always say, because the hate that a lot of people preach and the hate that a lot of people throw upon other people, many of them don't mean it. It was just taught wrong. I used to hear a lot of people say that they was born mean. Nah. It was taught that or you learned that. It wasn't born. It wasn't born to be no savage. It wasn't born to be no demon. It wasn't born to be a stripper, a thug, gangster, none of that. You was taught it and you took it. You wanted to learn it. You intake it. You know, like, you wasn't. I don't like when people say they was born to be something. You wasn't born to be those negative things. You know, like, if you was born to be something positive and you share that around the world, like, you know, like, shout out to you. But you wasn't born to take life. And that's what people really need to start teaching more in the world. You wasn't born to take life away. I remember certain people used to call me crazy when I used to say that even if it's somebody that I don't know that live far away and you see it somewhere on the news or you hear about it from a phone call that somebody passed away, You feel that pain. That's real life. That ain't no joke. That ain't just another, like, and it's where people in the world is making like death normal. That joint ain't normal at all. It's not normal. And we have to start saying it, that it's not normal. It's not. You know how hurtful it is to see on the news and then in real life too? A lot of young people passing and they ain't never even experienced life. They ain't never go nowhere or do nothing. It's not normal. It's not life. You are supposed to live. You're supposed to experience life as a human. You're supposed to experience your journey. You're supposed to live this adventure. Not go through trials and tribulations and suffering. No. And that's one thing that I don't want my people to go through, is the suffering. We done suffered enough. I would say what more could we take, but we are built for whatever. But I don't think we should go through any more. I don't think so. I don't think so. Over and over, no. Sometimes you have to really say stop. And with a lot of things that's going on in the world, I want my people to wake up. Because it stops right now. Maybe not in 2025. But this needs to be a start where we stop many things. And I just put a little thing into it. We start loving each other for real. Loving each other more. In the little communities and worldwide. Like, hate is weak. Love is strong. Okay? I'm gonna say it again. Hate is weak. Love is strong. Hold on. Shout out to everybody in the building. Facts King. We have suffered enough. We suffered too much. Too much. And if I build on what the elder open-minded just said, for some people to look back at the suffering that Black people went through, some people may brush it off, but never brushed it off at all. And I never took it lightly at all. And I will never take it lightly at all. And everybody out there that should not take it lightly, I hope you don't take it lightly, because it wouldn't make no sense for you not to be who you should be. Because it's very sad what people are trying nowadays when you fight for what is actually correct and what is right. They want to call people different names that they make up, like extremists, or traitors. Uh, you can never call black people in America traitors or extremists because this is our country as much it is anybody else's country. It's our land as much it is anybody else's land. From every state, every rock, every lake, you know, it's ours as well, because it don't matter what you put in the books or what you take out the books. What matters is the real life and what happened and what we did. Because me, I always know tricksters will be tricksters. But reality is reality. And they can't take that back. What we did, you can't take that back, and you can't gloss over that. Because that's just real. You can't hide it either. Because they tried enough to hide our history. And you gotta be kind of a sick individual to hide a people's history. But it's okay. You hide, we will seek and find. Don't matter where. Cause it ain't made up in history. But we done been all over this globe. And wherever you wanna go, we was there before you was there. Don't think that is okay. You wanna change our history around. You know, cause they always make an excuse for why they do certain things. And me, I'm gonna always speak up about it. Got a lot of young black men and women in America right now. Mostly the young men. If you want to call them youngins, YNs, just remember this. They are still humans. They are still young kids. And they still have a chance to live life. I don't like when a lot of adults point their finger at a lot of these young kids when many of them could change. Many of them want to change. You can't give up on them. In America, in London, Jamaica, Antigua, wherever. You can't give up on the young kids. Can't. You gotta hold on to them. You gotta let them believe in themselves. You gotta let them know that you have to let them know that it's tomorrow, and it's more than tomorrow. That they could do whatever they want to do. Because the world is theirs. These young kids are very, 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 very creative. And the simple thing is some of them just want a chance. Some of them just need a chance. You give people a chance. And sometimes, and most of the times, people will show you who they are. You give these young kids a chance that they need. And some of them will shine. They will show you the greatness. Because I believe in them. No matter how dark or gloomy it may look, I still believe in the young kids in America and around the world. Because when people look at a problem as it's just, oh, it's in Jamaica. No, the same problems that you have in America, you have in other places too around the world. Okay, it's just on a bigger scale or a smaller scale, but it's the same thing. So you can't give up on people, especially the young ones. Because trust me, a lot of them got something to say and something to do positive in this world. Can't really get on them when the generation before them wasn't good. You know? You can't. And I say that, like it ain't really good to point the finger at the young right now. A lot of them are crying out for help. A lot of them need help. And they look for help within each other. That's just the truth. How the young people gonna find out? They gonna find out their way within each other. Just as our generation did and other generations. These young kids, a lot of them feel left out. A lot of them feel alone. And who you think that they're gonna really want to be around? Their friends, people their age, people that they could communicate with on their level. It's just that people need to learn how to understand each other nowadays without judging each other. Take your shoes off and put your feet in somebody else's shoes. Try it. Try to understand what that person is going through. Thank you for everybody that joined this live. I appreciate your time and your energy. God bless. Lion love.